you so much for speaking to Elimu Nguvu.
Thank you for having me.
And it's a pleasure to have you on set today. So Ceci sounds like a very easy person, you know, somebody who doesn't basically do a lot. But I'm shocked, no, in a good way. But I'm shocked to find out that you have done so many things. So tell us a bit more about that as you introduce yourself.
Well, my name is Ceci Wanza. I'm a TV producer, film producer, and director, writer, and actor, and voiceover artist. That
is the whole package, basically. But anyway, people need to understand that there's a difference between TV production and film production.
Yeah,
so tell us, what exactly is the difference between the two?
TV production, you're producing for a broadcasting channel.
Yes.
So it normally has very specific durations of deadlines. Film, on the other side, is a bit more flexible and indie, so you can decide whether you have a duration or, a deadline or not. You can decide on how much time you're going to take to produce it, or how you're going to produce it, how many guys you're going to have on set. While on TV, you're restricted to a certain type of thinking.
Yeah.
For example, I'm pretty sure as we're doing Elimu Nguvu right now, we're going to get to a point where we're going to have to go on a break. In TV, there's nothing like that. In film, there's nothing like that. So you have to go till the end of the story. So yeah, the difference is pretty much structural.
Yes.
Yeah.
So how about maybe in terms of the similarities, maybe content-wise, it cuts across the board?
Film is a standalone, so we can decide to go with a theme, a certain theme. But for TV, if a show is about something, it has to be about something. Like there's no way I'll come from, I don't know, Ethiopia and come talk about art in a show that is meant for, say, science.
Yes, true.
But in film, I can talk about art, science, and music together. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So now, how did you end up in your current practice? You have mentioned being a director, a voice artist, so many things. So, how exactly did you find yourself doing all these things?
Well, I got an interest between, you see that space between high school and campus. That is when I really got interested in media, actually film, and acting. And production, I can say. At that time, I didn't know it was called production. And in between there, I was trying to figure out who I was. And just one day, I stumbled upon Sugar on TV. And then I remember getting super obsessed about Sugar and the production quality. And I could see these are Kenyan actors. So in the back of my head, I was like, yo, so we can make something as good as this. And I got super obsessed. So I could follow Sugar from Citizen to KBC to KTN to, every other place, because it was going on different TV stations, airing almost the same episode. So my mom would pop in and tell me, how done are you, Bado? I'm like, nimeona, but I'm watching it for like the third time. Then she was like, sini kitu ulikuwa unaona saa moja? I'm like, yes.
So it was all about Sugar.
And then at the back of my head, I was just wondering, how is it that all this time that I was growing up, I had never seen such a really well put together drama production in TV before, up until then. So I was like, do we have something that can produce such content? And why is it that we do not have such good quality content in TV at the time? And that is when I was like, you know what, Ma, I want to go and act. At the time, I just knew this was acting. I didn't know anything about production, hadn't had anything about production. I'm pretty sure most parents don't know anything about production, because when I was getting into school, my dad would be like, so you want to go and study film? Then I'm like, yeah. Then he goes,
hey, the reaction from most parents.
Yeah, because they don't know. They don't know what film is all about. They don't know what production is all about. So it was always a gamble. So every other time I'll be like, yeah, I am studying film. Yeah, yes, Dad. Then he goes like, so how are you gonna get your money? Then at the very first time I'd rumble, because I didn't know how I was gonna get my money. It's not like I know so many people in the film industry. So I goes like, so we're going to sell, and then you're going to have advertisers, and you're going to get our money. So I would rumble, up until he goes like, okay. Then he continues watching TV. Then he's back. So this film.
Oh, wow.
So it'd go on and on. It is. And I remember it was every other time I'd go back home from either school or whatever, they just tell me, so are you an actor? Then I go like, no dad, but today I acted. Oh, okay. So now, up until Yani, right now he knows what I normally do because he's seen me on TV, he's seen me on a couple of films. So yeah, he knows. But yeah, that was the period until which I got interested into media, and I was like, I want to create such stories, I want to create good content, and I want to be the best of the best. And that's when I started looking for avenues to get into film. At the time, I was getting into campus, and you know you have to apply for what you want to go and do in campus. So when I was applying, I didn't get any other school that offered film. So when I was looking through, I only saw film once, and it was in KU. So all the spaces that were left for me to fill, all the blank spaces that I was supposed to fill, the different subjects or careers that I wanted to take, I filled with film, theatre arts, and film, theatre arts, and film, theatre arts, and film, theatre arts, and you know, up until the end, and then I posted. So I knew I was gonna come to KU to study film. Yes, I knew there was theatre arts, but I wasn't interested in that bit because I have never been interested in theatre in terms of partaking theatre, but consuming it. I love consuming theatre because now it inspires me to do more. It inspires me to see a different story on a different angle. So yeah.
And maybe while we're still talking about theatre and film,
yeah,
what exactly is the difference between the two?
Theatre's home is the stage. Film's home is the cinema. It's a theatre. Yeah.
So that's the basic difference.
Yeah, very simple difference.
What is the difference between a producer and a director?
Okay, so a producer is like the brain plus the engine of any production. A director, on the other side, is the brain as well, but the visionary brain. Like any creative aspect of a production, a director would handle that. Any logistical aspect of a production, a producer would handle that. So in TV, most of the time you'll find that on this not big productions, you'd find that a producer is still a director because you can handle both. So you see any creative aspect and then you work on any logistical aspect. But in film, you cannot be a director and producer.
It's a lot more.
It's a lot of work. Yeah, because in one set you have more than 40 people, cast and crew. If you're to plan the logistics of 40 people for cast and crew, you're looking at payments, you're looking at transport, you're looking at food, you're looking at all these things in the middle of production, and then you want to go back and be behind the camera and talk to your gaffer and talk to your talent. Are you going to make it?
Definitely.
One thing is gonna go. It's going to fail. So yeah.
And you've been in the industry for 5 years, right?
Oh yeah, roughly, yes.
Well, let's not even say the exact.
You know.
Yeah.
You know. Lady never tells.
So what have been your greatest achievements so far, both as a TV producer and a film producer?
As a film producer, I would say the film that I hustled and got nominated for film festivals. I got a few articles out there, and now I got my own IMDb page. So yeah.
Wow, that's
based on the same film. So yeah, it was my first film directing and producing, and it got so many accolades. So I was really happy about that. But I need to get back into production of a film, so I'm working towards it. In terms of TV, so my greatest achievement for TV was maybe production of the live KU graduation, because it was live, and live is just another whole other world. And then another one is I did a few fillers. I came up with a concept on a filler called Sneak Peek, and I did them, and I voiced them, and I did the script, and I had them edited, and they could air on KUTV sometimes, but I had them on my YouTube channel, and I was contacted by, I did one for Owiso Odera.
Papa Tunde. We all know this guy from the original CW series as the dangerous Papa Tunde. He was the only one that could harm, if not kill. Well, for a second of it, the most dangerous and feared original vampire, Niklaus Mikkelson, played by, of course, Joseph Morgan.
So I was contacted by his brother, Owiso Odera the late. He passed on last year in November. So I was contacted by his brother. And was it last year or the year before? I think it was the year before. Okay, I'm not so sure, but I remember he passed on. So I did his piece immediately during that period of time, and I was contacted by his brother telling me, thank you so much for giving us that honor and all that. So it was
Every career has its ups and downs.
Yeah.
So for you, maybe first of all, in terms of TV production, what have been your greatest challenges so far, and how exactly did you tackle?
Every day is a challenge, because sometimes you wake up and then things go smoothly, then you get to location and then you cannot get your guest, or your guest is not the guest you're looking for, or the rapport is not the one you're looking for, because you have to control everything because you're looking for a certain picture. You understand? In terms of TV, you're not allowed to create moments like maybe sadness, or unless it's a drama, sadness, remorse, and all these things. So if at all you're communicating something, you're looking for somebody who's going to give out and dish out the right information to communicate the agenda. So most of the time, if you're meeting a guest, for example, he or she might not give you what you're looking for. You know what I mean? Because they don't know the thought process behind it. So you might meet a guest, and then